Welcome back, everyone. Did you know that ovarian cancer accounts for nearly 3% of cancers among women? While thousands are diagnosed each year, many don't even know that they have it until the advanced stages. Each year, thousands of women are diagnosed with one of the 5 gynecologic cancers, and the research to find a cure continues. Most cervical cancers are caused by a virus, but it is preventable through yearly screening or by using an effective vaccine.
It's amazing. I mean, when I was in medical school, if somebody would have told me that there was going to be a vaccine that would prevent cancer, I would not have believed it. But over the last few years, there's been an explosion of not 1, but 2, but 3 different good vaccines, which are incredibly safe, very effective. In fact, if you compare the efficacy and safety of these vaccines for prevention of cervical cancer, is stunning.
For cervical cancer, smoking can be a risk factor, also infection with the HPV virus. And then for ovarian cancer, there's a genetic susceptibility that some women may have, women who have a strong family history of breast or ovarian cancer.
Doctors say knowing your body can be key.
It's really important to know what's normal for you because a lot of the symptoms are very vague.
Meagan Ryan is a young woman who is willing to share her personal journey through ovarian cancer. And she has her hair teal right now because teal is the color for ovarian cancer awareness. And it's very flattering, Meagan.
Thank you.
Meagan was one of the youngest people that Dr. Gamande has diagnosed. You were 24, you told me, when you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Yes, ma'am.
What was it that led you to the doctor in the first place?
One night I woke up in extreme pain on my right side of my abdomen. And my first thought was appendicitis. And so I called my sister in there. I was like, we've got to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. I think my appendix is ruptured and we need to get there quick. And so I got to the hospital and they did the standard CT exam thinking appendicitis. And when they got the results back, it was an 18-centimeter mass on my ovary.
What is 18 centimeters? What's that, the size of a grapefruit?
Yeah, it's about the size of a grapefruit.
Oh my gosh. And is that when you two sisters, Meagan and Dottie, I didn't introduce Dottie to you all. Dottie is Meagan's sister. You were with her at that time because you took her to the ER.
Yeah.
And what were you thinking at that time?
Because like she said, at first we thought, oh, it's going to be like a stomach ache or something minor. My mom was at work and we went and they ran all the tests and I was updating Mom through text message, and then all of a sudden these doctors come in and it's like, it's a tumor and we're thinking it could be cancerous. And then I called Mom and was like, okay, like I don't know what to do from this point. And
oh, and you're 21 at the time. Oh my gosh. This has been 3 years ago, and you, Meagan, have surpassed the odds at this point.
Yeah.
And you're very frank when you talk about this. Tell me what the doctor said to begin with.
When I was diagnosed, it was stage 3C already. It had metastasized into every part of my abdomen. And he told me that I was lucky if I could make it a year. And it was, I mean, I went through a lot, but I wanted to prove him wrong. And so I just celebrated my 3-year cancer anniversary.
That is just, it is amazing. Now, I want to talk about the treatment options that you have for something like this.
It's different for every patient. There's various types of ovarian cancer. I have a form called low-grade Pap serous epithelial cancer. Epithelial cancer is the most common, but low-grade is the tumors grow very slowly, but it's resistant to pretty much every chemotherapy out there. And when you have the high-grade ovarian cancer, the chemo will work, but it also has a recurring rate, and it comes back resistant to the previous chemo that you had. So it's just like this trial and error that you have to keep going through.
That must be so exhausting for you.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to wrap your head around.
You told me that, you know, part of you felt like you wanted to prove the doctor wrong. You felt challenged by this.
Yeah.
But I know there's got to be more to your story than that. You've had a strong support system, haven't you?
Yes, my family and friends have been amazing. They take me to my appointments. When I'm hospitalized, I have a visitor there every day. My mom would stay every single night.
Your mom has been your caretaker. She's a
Yes.
nurse.
Yes. And then I was really surprised that the community backed me up and tried, you know, random people that went to school with me and my sister
Yeah.
would send me books because I'm interested in epidemiology, so they would send me really cool books to read. Or I had a teacher in high school who knew I loved brownies. And so she has a secret recipe that I love, and she would make me brownies just so I would eat.
Yeah.
So that was pretty amazing to find the community coming back and helping.
And really, like, we were just surprised just with people who just drop a comment saying, oh, you're my thoughts or prayers, because after she got diagnosed, my mom and our phones were blowing up from people asking, so we just made a Facebook page, like, just to update people on,
would know.
This is what's going on, this is where we are now. And I think last time we checked, we had like 800 likes, but it's just people that we don't even know, friends of friends and friends of family. They're just like, this is a treatment that I saw, I don't know if it's gonna work, or I found this research online that said that this may help her with her nausea. And so it's just random people finding stuff and wanting to be helpful whether they know us or not. So
I know that support has to mean so much. And I know the other thing that you really wanted to talk about was the importance of testing and raising awareness.
like she was saying, even though, like, obviously it's important as a woman to go get your annual every year, but it doesn't bring it up. Like when you go for your exam, they don't test for ovarian cancer. It doesn't show then. It'll show cervical cancer, but for ovarian cancer, you have to ask for a pelvic exam and sonograms, and then you have to do blood tests. Like there's just, and if you don't have a history of it, you usually don't get the test done. Like you have no reason to.
Yeah. You know, with your biological sister, do you worry about yourself? And you said you had testing.
After it was, because like I said, she's my only sister. And so they, of course, were looking at me and it's like, okay, well, you need to get this test done and this test. And Dr. Gamundi oversaw that too, making sure that I got all the proper testing done. And it's all been negative so far. And they really just say that it's not genetic. It's just some kind of mutated gene that happened to her and going with it. So I don't worry about it from this point.
Well, you sisters are doing so much to help other people, and all the best wishes for you. And I hope that you continue to have strength as you get through this treatment and just keep proving the doctors wrong.
Thank you.
And Dottie, you're just an amazing sister. And it's just clear that you all love each other very much. And thank you for sharing this very personal story with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.